Hey Aquarius Pisces, we are going to check out your September 1st to 15th energy, see what's going on for you guys. I have shuffled the deck, I have not cut it, so I'm going to cut it for you guys now, and we'll check out what's going on. Alright, so your first card, Queen of Pentacles. This is pretty much a lovely card to start with. This is somebody who is abundant and financially secure. Somebody who's solid in basically everything, business-wise and financial-wise. And they got the goods to prove it. So this is a really, really good card to start with. Feels like you're in your prime right now, if that's you, and if that's somebody you're dealing with, then they are in their prime, and that's a really lovely energy to have. So awesome, except for the Princess of Swords comes along. And sadly, this is somebody who wants whatever you have. And they're okay with taking it and never giving anything in return. They will use and abuse the situation as best they possibly can. So be very, very wary of that particular energy. You don't want to be that energy, and at the same time you don't want to have that energy around you. So yeah, the Princess of Swords is selfish and has a feeling of entitlement to something that they were never entitled to. So I feel like they may come from not as good of a background, and so that's actually something they may have learned. So it might not necessarily be their fault. It's like a street sense or some kind of survival something. So like I said, it might not be their fault, but they're still using and abusing the situation. So keep that in mind. That person can also tell you something that you don't like, or they will take whatever's offered to you, them, and then say something rude or not say thank you, or there's something with that Princess of Swords that just gets to me because I've known that person. So now, Five of Cups. That is definitely a loss. But it's a loss where there's still something there, and even though you feel like you've lost everything, you totally haven't. So I feel like if the Princess of Swords was taking things that weren't really theirs in the first place, you were probably expecting something back from them and they never gave it to you. So that's what I'm feeling, and most likely it was love. So they expected material items and you expected love, and that is not necessarily a perfect relationship, right? I also feel like this could be a mother-daughter issue, where it's gotten to the point that daughter has abused the situation so much, mother is not going to give into this particular, I want to say, BS. So now you have strength, and I can see where that comes in. If you want to cut off this person, it may take strength, especially if you were in love with them, or if you were a family member, if you are a family member. So mother-daughter relationship could be on the rocks because of this, but you need strength. And you also need to tame the situation. So this Princess of Swords may need to be tamed. Now you have the Empress. So this is new beginnings, beauty, fertility. So So I almost feel like if you give up on this Princess of Swords, you're going to meet an Empress. Somebody who already has a pretty good secure life, like they're financially secure probably and abundant in their own right. And so I don't see them using and abusing the situation, not near as much as the Princess of Swords would do. If this isn't a new person, then this is you coming into your own once you get the strength and let this person go. Once you get over the loss too, once you get over the Five of Cups feeling, that's where the Empress comes in, I feel like. And so now you have the Three of Wands, and I feel like that's starting a new foundation, preparing for your ships to come in. And I feel like whatever losses you felt, that's changing for you now. You're getting over those losses and you are optimistic about what is on the horizon. You're optimistic about this Empress, or what you could possibly build with this Empress. And it's all possible at this point. It's all hypothetical at this point, right? But you're optimistic at this point that things are going to be much better than they were before. So it looks actually really good. It looks positive. Strength and the Empress are probably some of the best major arcana to get in this kind of a reading. I feel like for some reason, if you don't let this person go that's kind of abusing the situation, and not, if it's a daughter, don't let them go for good, right? But cut them off, that's what I'm meaning, like cut them off in some way, probably financially. You may end up with less. So they're gonna just take you for everything you've got. So just be careful of that, and then they will end up they'll end up looking like they worked really hard for all the stuff they got, but they really didn't. So just be careful of that too. So let's check out the underlying energy. And you guys have King of Cups. Okay, so this is, I believe, this is this Three of Wands person, because they're highly optimistic about this. And I feel like they're going to try their hardest basically to make sure nothing is changed for you. So like, if you are already abundant and financially secure and solid on your own, this person wants to make sure that when they come into your life, they're not causing any issue, or they're not asking or taking things from you, that kind of a feeling. And I also feel like if it's the mother-daughter issue, then the father may step in. Okay, so it looks good, especially the outcome. So take care until September 15th, and I'll be back for that reading, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.